Welcome, my loves. It's Knowledge Butterfly. I'm back with another video. As always, I want to send you guys out peace, blessings, love, and abundance. As always, just grow up and glow up. That's, what I love to say because it's what we're here to do. Um, Today, I want to talk about judgment. I've talked about it before, however, it came to me again because it's meant to be spoken. Um, Judgment. Judgment is one of the most difficult things that I know that we face being in this human bodysuit. And it's because the brainwashing, the programming, um, we have been programmed through our indoctrination through Christianity or whatever religion. Thou shalt not judge, especially in Christianity. They say you're not supposed to judge another person. Yet, we have a court system where they can call you for jury duty and tell you that you need to judge someone. And they have a juror of 12 people, which are the 12 disciples. And then they have the judge, which is supposed to be Jesus. And you're over here sitting here judging someone for their quote unquote sins. So it definitely makes it difficult for you to not place judgment on someone else's actions, because only that person can be the judge of their actions. Only we can be the judge of what actions we have done in this lifetime, and in all the lifetimes, to be honest. And we're really not even supposed to judge ourselves. What we're supposed to do is like do an evaluation, and that way we can kind of see where we are in our journey and see where we need to go so we can continue to grow in our journey. It's not for us to chastise ourselves. It's really for us to like take like a pulse check and say, okay, I did this. However, this is what it resulted from. This was the cause and this was the effect. So I don't want this effect again. So let me try something different. That is what we're supposed to be doing here. We're not supposed to be sitting here like nitpicking at every little fucking thing that we do and crucifying ourselves for that, because that's what we're doing, and that's what we're doing to other people. So really, this is just a quick video for me to talk about why we have such a difficult time with judgment. And it's honestly because it is in the society. It is a contradiction, as this material world is all the fucking time. It's a fucking contradiction. So your religion tells you thou shalt not judge, but then you go in a courtroom and you have to be one of 12 jurors if you call for jury duty. And then if you watch TV and you watch reality TV, they have like American Idol. That shit don't come on no more. See how long it's been since I watched the bullshit. But they have So You Think You Can Dance. That might still come on. They have Dancing with the Stars. And even if they don't have those type of competitions, they still have reality TV where you have some person that you think is quote unquote the villain, like, and then they have this person who you think is real. So they have you battling between the angel and the devil, like Jesus and the devil or whatever. So they continue to play out the fucking Bible on fucking TV, and people don't even notice that shit. And all of that Bible all stems from going back to the ancient Egyptian culture, where you have Horus or Haru and you have Set, and you have that ultimate battle of what they call good versus evil, which is it's honestly us. It's telling us a story of who we are when we come into this physical existence. When you come into a physical body, you are battling the flesh. You are truly battling like your human nature towards your spiritual nature, which is your true essence. Because this human flesh is not who you are. It's really for us to experience this and to overcome it. It's for us to be a conqueror of the flesh and literally be able to observe that shit and be like, I'm above that shit. However, I can still like converse and, with other people and not make such a not make such a battle, a war between it. Because right now that's what it is. You're battling your higher and your lower natures. And that's where judgment comes in. That's really how they can play on our heartstrings and continue to manipulate people and brainwash and program people, because they know that human nature is focused on the ego, which is focused on judgment, which is focused on, because the ego always wants to be the victim. And in a court of law, you're going to have supposedly a victim and a perpetrator. And that's how it all plays out. So once we are able to get to the point where we don't allow ourselves to get caught up in the whole dramatics and that whole role of victim and perpetrator, angel and devil, Jesus and Satan, then we can truly ascend to where we're supposed to be, which is being able to be our higher self, which is the observer of all the bullshit, and not get caught in like picking a side, because you're really supposed to be going up the middle. It's like the Kabbalah, like the tree. You're supposed to go from Malkuth to Keter, or going from like being to on the upside down to being in the kingdom, like being in the true essence of who we are, being in our true spiritual selves. That's what we're supposed to rise above, is really rising above the bullshit. And you're able to rise above the bullshit and not allow your emotions to come into play when you finally arrive at the point that you're not this flesh. And me, I recently came home to my parents' house. Well, my mom is no longer in a physical bodysuit, but my father's still here, and he's not here today. However, it was something I needed to do, because 2 years ago, I like ran away from all of it because I honestly didn't know what was going on with me. I knew I didn't see things the same, and I felt like my family could not enter and understand it. Because when I first realized that like all of the holidays were not what they told us that it was all fairy tales and fantasies and illusions and shit, my family didn't get it. They're like, oh, okay, type of thing, like pacifying me, because they didn't truly get it. And it's nothing against them. They just didn't get it because they weren't at that level of inner and understanding. And I truly get it now, because I'm not caught up in my physical bodysuit anymore. I have a better, grasp on myself, and I'm growing in that. And that's really why I had to come back here, because it's like, it's one thing to talk it. We can talk all day long, but fucking be about that shit. Like, be able to walk that walk, not just talk it. And that's really what this is about. This is the time of truly the age of Aquarius. It's a time of awakening. It's a time for us to come to our higher understanding, and not just come to our higher understanding, like have like miraculous things come from that. And I know that something truly beautiful is going to come from this experience. And not just that, I had to have closure in a sense, and know that I'm a different person than who I was 2 years ago, let alone fucking 10 years ago. I'll be 40 in earth years. This physical bodysuit will be 40 in earth years. So I've come a long way in my spiritual growth, and knowing that this is all truly just a physical illusion. Anything in the physical is a fucking illusion, just to keep it real. An illusion is just a way of saying that it's not truly the reality, because the reality is the energy that is inside of us. We are all energy. The universe is energy. That is the law of Jehudi. And I know I've been talking about that a lot lately, but that's because that is what the universe has been showing me. Yesterday was the day that I came back to my father's house, and we watched the movie Lucy. And if you don't know what that movie is, I think it's called Lucy, but it's Scarlett Johansson, and she took some powder, some blue powder, and it actually opened up her subconscious mind. So she kept, the deeper and deeper she went into her subconscious mind, the more and more she got closer to who her true self was. And so she stopped actually having emotions. So she didn't like have the emotional attachment to like family, and also she didn't have a sense of pain because she didn't have an attachment to this bodysuit. And really that's where all that stems from and comes from, is because we have a attachment to these bodysuits, and we forget that we can love the people that we can't, that we were born into this world into. Like, I do love my family in this physical bodysuit. I really do. They are who I chose to incarnate. When I chose to incarnate into this life, I chose this family. I chose them for a reason and a season, and they had definitely, they're the reason why I am who I am today. And that's exactly what coming back to this is reminding me, coming back to my root, that's coming back to the fourth house in your astrological chart, your astrological wheel. And that's your root chakra. That's your foundation. This is my foundation, my father and my mother. So, yeah, I had to come back here, and I even had a moment where I shed some tears. And I actually make up songs for people I love. So I made up a song for my mother today, and I was singing it. And right now it's not coming to mind because it was just meant for that time for her. So, yeah, but that's going on a whole nother subject. However, yeah, judgment, guys. We really have to cut that out, because that keeps us from truly grasping who we are. We are not this physical body. It is just a vehicle we are incarnating in order to gain experience. And as you gain experience each and every lifetime, you get closer and closer to knowing who you truly are, so that you can ascend out of this bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it's about. However, at the same time, it doesn't mean that you don't have a good time and full joy this experience. And know that this experience is for a reason. There's no reason to feel like anything. One thing that movie Lucy taught me or reminded me is all the things that you think are obstacles, they really don't. It's just an obstacle. It's like an obstacle course. It don't fucking matter. It's how you react to that obstacle course. You be like, yeah, I got this, bitch. Versus, you fearing it, versus you feeling like dread, versus you feeling like, woe is me. That victim shit. Get over it. It is meant to happen. And when you come out on the other side of it, you're so much more prepared. You're so much more blissed. Your life is changed for the better. But anyways, that's all I want to say on this video, my loves. I really do heart you. I thank you so much just for listening to my story, because this is my journey, and I just feel the need to express it while I'm going through it, because it really helps me, and you just don't know how much it honestly helps me. So I had a little bit of tequila, like just a tad bit. I haven't drank in a while, but yeah. And I just watched what's the movie, Equalizer 2, so on my Apple TV. So yeah, heart you guys. Thank you so much for listening, y'all. Y'all keep growing and glowing up. That's what we're here to do. Help one another. We are all one. We're all going through this together. So let's not even, the people that are not there yet, don't judge them. Don't judge them because they're still thinking that they have to do the physical exertion and hard work. Don't judge them for that, y'all. Just love them through it. Just love them through it. And you be the light, because the light that you are, letting your light shine more and more, is only going to elevate them and help them get to the point that they need to be. Even if they don't get it in this lifetime, you're the spark to help them get it in the next lifetime, all right? So, again, y'all, heart y'all. Peace.